That's our call and response. I've called you to quiet, so I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to get there. 10, 5, 4, 2, and 1. Again, good morning and welcome to our annual Black History Month program. You know this is middle school, you know how we do. If you are sitting next to someone who is going to cause you to be disrespectful, inappropriately talking, and not kind to our visitors, please remove yourself now. You have 5 seconds. You have 5 seconds. I see my 6th grade and 7th grade is very chatty today. Is anyone interested in talking about their Black History Month project? Because that's the reason we're here today, to celebrate Black History Month. The 2025 Black History Month theme is African Americans and Labor. As you know, I am Ms. Davis, your principal, and today we have the pleasure of having many guests here today to celebrate with us. We welcome the Oberlin College Jazz Band. Give a round of applause. We will be welcoming Dr. Robert Thomas, who's a physician in our community. As he is a very busy physician, he will be running in and running out. Our GJW Dance Club will present an amazing step dance for you. And our amazing Miss Nettles will also present a poem to you. I am expecting that all of you will be on your best behavior as we have visitors from the community. Some of you may get the opportunity to talk to the Chronicle Telegram about what decade you're wearing today. As you can see, I'm repping for the 70s because it's Throwback Thursday. Can't wait to see all of you in your Throwback Decades clothes and can't wait to give out purple tickets today. At this time, I want to say thank you to Ms. Bowles and her committee for preparing such an amazing day and taking the risk of bringing our visitors to our campus. And at this time, I present Michaela Gibson.
Good morning, GJW. Welcome to our Black History Month Assembly. This month, we can come together to celebrate our honor and incredible offerings, achievement, and history of Black individuals who shaped our world. Black History Month is time to reflect on our past, recognize the progress we made, understand the work to be done.
Throughout history, Black people have fought for equality, justice, and opportunity, and their stories are not just part of one community story. There are parts of all our stories today. We're going to learn about some of these amazing individuals, from activists and athletes to artists, inventors, and leaders.
As we celebrate Black History Month, let's remember that the spirit of this month is about learning, growing, and continuing to build a world where everyone is treated with respect and equality.
So get ready to inspire, educate, and empower as we dive into the rich history and bright future of Black excellence. Let's get started.
It's always a pleasure when our students take the risk to speak in front of the community. We know how difficult it is for middle schoolers to speak to you all. So Ms. Bowles, at this time, are you going to introduce our speaker?
I would like to introduce to you our guest speaker today. This is Dr. Robert Thomas, and here's a little bio on him. He grew up in Carson City, California. His mother encouraged him to be one of two professions, a pastor or a physician. He knew he could accomplish both as a physician. He would be able to help patients heal through a healthy lifestyle, medicine, and spiritual well-being while preaching God's healing power. He strives to be a positive influence in the lives of young adults in the community by being a positive role model as well as a loving husband and father. Dr. Thomas went to Howard University for medical school. Please welcome Dr. Robert Thomas.
Well, good morning. You guys can do better than that. Good morning. Yes, what a great opportunity of a new day we have. So first and foremost, I'd like to thank General Johnnie Wilson. First and foremost, what a special place this is to have young people have an opportunity to follow in the footsteps of someone so great as General Johnnie Wilson. How beautiful. I would like to thank Shelley for allowing me, Shelley Bowe, for allowing me to be here. I'd like to thank the principal. Is the principal in the audience? Thank you so much for allowing me to be here today. I want to thank my wife. I want to thank all of you teachers who are taking care of these young people and trying to guide them in a positive way. When I look back over my life, I once was where you are. And I think back to how I got to where I am today. And I know without question, I am largely a byproduct of my teachers. I remember my 3rd grade teacher, Mr. Hastings, my 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Martin, my high school teachers, my coaches, and I can think back and say thank you, because if it were not them, not for them, giving me encouragement, giving me hope, giving me confidence that I could be something special, I would not have done the things that I have accomplished. So I'm truly humble. I want to thank my wife for being here with me today. Certainly got to thank my mother for being the first leader that I had in my life. This month is special to me because it reminds me that I stand on the shoulders of giants who came before me. That is, all that I am, all that I have, all that I am able to do in this society is the result of those who have come before me. Individuals like Johnnie Wilson, who endured, sacrificed, and paved the way for me. Understanding this fact has fostered a tremendous sense of gratitude for the past and appreciation for today, and given me true optimism for the days which lie ahead. Why is Black history important to us all? It is important because the history of every culture in the world teaches us 3 lessons. Lesson number 1, all humans are special. No matter where you come from or what your culture is, whether you're Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, or Indian, we all are a special part of history. Each and every one of you, no matter what culture you come from. Lesson number 2, and this is an important lesson, and I'm so thankful that God gave me experiences to learn this. That there is good in all races of people. I have been blessed to have individuals from every culture help me along my path towards becoming a success. Another important thing, though, is if we fail to realize that every individual has potential irrespective of race, creed, or color, we may miss out on contributions that those groups of individuals might feel because they feel marginalized and unimportant. For example, raise your hand if you know who Jalen Hurts is. Raise your hand. All right. For those of you who may not know who Jalen Hurts is, he is the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles who just won the Super Bowl. Raise your hands if you are aware that there was a time when African Americans couldn't play quarterback. There was a time. There was a time, unfortunately, when African Americans weren't allowed to go to school. I'm so thankful that we've come to change our mindset. Because just as there would not have been a Jalen Hurts who won that Super Bowl, there would not be a Dr. Thomas standing in front of you if we hadn't changed our mindset. So I'm thankful. Another lesson that we glean in history, or from history, is that man has the ability to overcome challenges. This is true because life is full of challenges that requires man's and woman's ingenuity to overcome. As a young man, I learned of African American ingenuity in the great civilizations of Egypt and Nubia. How many people are aware of the contributions of African Americans in Egypt? Yes. Our forefathers not only built those pyramids so that we can remember that the greatness that we achieved in the past, we can do in the present. In those civilizations, they excelled at science, mathematics, and medicine. Unfortunately, growing up, I always felt a little disconnect as I learned about these cultures, though. Because I wondered why in the heck, if we were able to achieve such great things in the past, why in my community did I not see more representation of individuals like myself in the fields of endeavors of things like medicine or law? I wonder, why did that happen? So I made up my mind. I said, you know what? If we did it in the past, we got to be able to do it in the present. So I made up my mind that from that day forward, I was going to put forth all my energy, all my efforts to being the very best I could be every day in my coursework. I began taking every single test seriously because I wanted to make it clear that if we did it in the past, we could do it in the present. And make certain that if I can achieve it in the present, that all of you, irrespective as to what your color or where you come from, you can do it in the future. So I got in to college, thankfully, and I majored in microbiology at California Polytechnic University, Pomona. I was fortunate to go to medical school, as mentioned, to Howard University. How many people know about Howard University? Howard University School of Medicine was the first medical school that allowed African Americans to attend. It's the first historically black college because there was a time, as I mentioned, African Americans weren't allowed to go to college. So I was fortunate enough to get to go to Howard. What an amazing place. When I was an undergrad, I was always one of the only ones in my classes, and I would always say, man, I can't understand how this could be true. That there's no other people of color in my classes. When the college that I went to was centered in a community that was 80 to 90% people of color, blacks and Hispanics. But the college campus was predominantly Caucasian and Asian, right? But thankfully, I had a guidance counselor in college, and he told me, he said, Rob, listen, he said, if you ever get a chance to go to a school at one of these historically black institutions, you're going to learn that there are other people just like you that excel academically. So I was blessed to go to Howard, got my medical degree from there, graduated, went to Metro Health Medical Center. How many people know about Metro Health Medical Center? Phenomenal place. I did residency there. I went on to do fellowship training in nephrology. Nephrology is the study of the kidney. So I completed that, and at present, I practice family medicine right down the street at Mercy Regional Hospital. So the beautiful thing is, I was able to make it clear, again, that if we did it in the past, we could do it in the present. And if I'm doing it in the present, then without question, all of you have the capacity to do it in the future. I want you to know that there are many ingredients that are necessary for you to achieve success. One of the most important ingredients I want to share with everybody in the room is to have belief in yourself. No matter what challenges you encounter, never lose faith in yourself. Along with this, I would also say that it is important right now, not tomorrow, right now, any of you, every one of you, to strive to be the very best that you could be with all that you do. Martin Luther King said it best when he said, if it falls your lot to be a street sweeper, go out there and sweep streets like Michelangelo carved marble. Sweep streets like Raphael painted pictures, like Beethoven composed music, and like Shakespeare wrote poetry. Sweep streets so well that the host of heaven and earth will have to pause and say, here lie the great street sweeper who swept his job well. He went on to say, if you can't be a pine on the top of the hill, be a shrub in the valley, but be the best little shrub on the side of the hill. Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a highway, just be a trail. If you can't be the sun, then be a star. For it isn't by size that you win or you fail, but you must be the very best of whatever you are. Not tomorrow, not next week, starting right now. You can make a change if you're not. If you're already excelling, keep excelling. If you're not excelling, make up your mind right now, because you're going to actively pursue greatness every single day. In closing, please know that there is nothing that anyone here can accomplish. Remember to have belief in yourself. Remember every day to strive to be the very best that you can be. And remember that with each and every day, you are writing your next chapter, our next chapter in history. And that includes Black history. God bless you all. And please know and remember that all of you are truly unstoppable. God bless you.
Thank you, Dr. Thomas, for your amazing and inspiring words. Your words to us today emulate our Be Real mantra, where we're every day focusing on being resilient, responsible, respectful, engaged in our community, academically accountable, and lifelong learners. And Dr. Thomas is an example of if you're real every day, what your outcome could be. Let's give Dr. Thomas another round of applause. So Dr. Thomas, I wouldn't be me if I didn't ask a question for you. What decade of your life was the most important decade for you, and why was that decade important, or does it resonate in your memory for you?
I would say this is the current decade, and this is probably the most important decade for me in my life, because I'm in a position to do exactly what I'm doing now, and that is to reach out to those that are following in my footsteps and offer words of encouragement and offer words of hope, because it was those things that drove me and allowed me to be who I am today. So this decade, this moment that I'm living in right now, having accomplished the things that I have accomplished, allows me now to let others know, hey, listen, if I did it, I promise you that there's nobody in this room that can't do the same.
And you quick on your feet, Dr. Thomas. You quick on your feet, Dr. Thomas. I like that. So, really quickly, I know you all have been thinking and reflecting, and somebody has a question for Dr. Thomas. Is there someone who would like to ask a question in front of our whole assembly for Dr. Thomas? Please raise your hand. Anyone? Because you know he's going to be running out. I got a doctor's appointment with him in about 30 minutes. So you all know I'm a hypochondriac, so I'll be getting your card because I'm going to need some help. Alrighty? No questions? Well, again, Dr. Thomas, come here, Miss Anna. Introduce yourself to Dr. Thomas.
My name is Annalise, and my question is it hard being a doctor?
Yeah, there are a lot of challenges that come with being a physician. One is recognizing that the job is not confined to a 9 to 5. Last night, I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I go to the gym at 5 a.m. I work out with some of my patients, then I go to work. And so oftentimes, I'm working from the time that I hit the door and well beyond, when all of my staff is long gone, I'm still putting in hours. And I can remember last night, about 7 o'clock it was, sweetheart? 6:45? 7:45. She's picking me up from work. And she had made dinner, and I had called, and I told her, I said, honey, you can come in, you can pick me up in about an hour. She said, an hour? And I said, yes, sweetheart. I still got work to do, trying to take care of patients. So that's a tough thing, recognizing that, when you're taking care of people, there's no defined cutoff in terms of the time that you're taking care of them, right? When people get sick, you can't predict when people are going to get sick. So that's when they need you, that's when you have to be there. So that's probably the toughest part, the time that I have to spend at times taking away from my family. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Miss Anna. Thank you, Dr. Thomas. A word to Mr. Wiggins, your day is never over. You hear me? So when I call you at 9 o'clock at night, be ready to discuss. At this time, I'd like to welcome our GJW Dance Club to the stage, and they are going to bless us with an amazing set show. GJ. All right, that's your call to attention.
Okay, ready? 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. There you go.
GJW. Titans.
Okay, ladies, I might want you guys to repeat that, mother. You guys did a good job and you look great doing that. At this time, I'd like to welcome Miss Nettles to the podium, please.
I would like to say good morning to all of you, and this poem is called Standing on the Legacy of Greatness, and it is dedicated to each and every one of you. Standing on a foundation of greatness, we pay homage to the legacies that raised us, the ancestors that gave us perseverance, resilience, hence, amazed at my own existence. My blood runs deep in the veins of memory stain. I stand because they would not fall, could not fall. Determination too tall, heart too big, spirit too loud. Silence befalls the crowd. You acknowledge my face, count me out of the race, but I pick up the pace. I have every trait and trace of my ancestors' innovation and grace. This life does not belong only to the swift. Every precious moment is a gift. I am a gift. You are a gift. You are Malcolm X and Betty Shabazz. You are Rosa Parks. You are Madam C.J. Walker. You are George Washington Carver. You are Langston Hughes. You are Charles Drew. Just to name a few. With precious knowledge, I hope to imbue. Yes, to inspire with words and deeds. Yes, you, my lovely children of GJW, are a gift among gifts who continue to plant more seeds. In the words of our ancestors, tell your stories, plant more seeds. Be blessed.
Without further ado, we'd like to introduce to you the Oberlin Conservatory Jazz Band.
Thank you all for having us here. My name is Bobby, and I work with this group. I'm just going to say a couple words. We come from the Oberlin Conservatory, and the name of the group is the Oberlin Conservatory Sonny, Rollins Jazz Ensemble. And I just wanted to say a couple words about Sonny Rollins, who is one of our most important jazz musicians. And Sonny Rollins was born in Harlem, New York, and in 1930. And we still have him with us, and he donated to Oberlin because he knew that Oberlin was the first college to admit black students. And so he wanted young people to know that even though he's done so many things in his career and in his life, that I'm talking about, he's done so many things musically. He's become famous in the jazz world and so forth. He wanted young people to know that the most important thing was to help each other. So we're here to try to, if we can help you, if we can talk to you about how to play music or anything at all, we're here to help. And that's the purpose of, that's the mission of our group. And our group comes from literally all over the world. We have Anya Sengupta from India, from New Delhi, India.
All right.
Thank you. We have Colin Leonard from Florida. We have Oliver Smith from New York. We have Henry Zuccarello from Boston. You can't see him, but we have Johnnie there on the piano from Texas. We have Donovan Musicant from California. We have Mile Sagawa also from New York. We have Yu Tao from China, from Shanghai, China. We're going to play a couple more tunes from you. Thanks so much for listening. We love to be here with you all.
go to music school or be a musician? Anybody? Raise your hand if you have a question. I'm gonna go you and then you. Say that again? How do I make my voice like that? I practice a lot. We all do. I listen to a lot of great singers who came before me. So Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, Betty Carter, you know, so many great musicians and vocalists have come before me in this music. And so I listen to them and try to make my voice like theirs too. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, is it hard to like do the thing like that? Trombone, I think the one.
What?
Is it hard to manipulate the instrument? I guess it's trombone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have to. That's. If I'm playing it here, I only go. It makes it lower, so I can go up without it and down without it, and then with it I get all the notes in between what I have ordinarily. So yeah, without this I would play like 6 different notes.
Oh, any other questions at all? Anything you guys want to say? Yeah, Dr. Tom.
Who's your favorite jazz vocalist?
My favorite, that's such a great question. My favorite jazz vocalist has got to be Sarah Vaughan. Yeah. In the back there, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
You gotta speak up. Oh, okay, yeah, how many years have we all been playing our instruments? So I took my first voice lesson when I was in high school, in 9th grade.
I've been playing saxophone for 12 years.
I've been playing trumpet for about 10 years.
Yeah, I've been playing trombone about 12 years now.
I've been playing piano for about 10 years.
I've also played for about 10 years.
I played bass for 9 years.
I played the drums for about 6 years.
Thank you guys. Yeah, you just gotta keep going. Yeah, I see you.
I do. I play clarinet.
Yeah, in the corner.
Hold up at DJ. He's asking a question.
Ooh, it takes a lifetime, I would say. You just gotta keep on going. You just gotta keep on trying to get better than you were yesterday. Every day, get a little bit better, and you get better and better throughout your life. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Is it hard to concentrate on just yourself? And if so, how did you master the skill?
Ooh, does anyone in the band want to answer that question? Is it hard to concentrate on
Just yourself?
just yourself, and is it hard to master that skill? I would say, I think it's a combination of listening to yourself and for sure, focusing on yourself and what am I doing? But then also listening to everybody else that's making music with you, right? Because making music we're a community, right? We do this together. So we think of ourselves as one unit. We all come together to do one thing. And so we concentrate on ourselves for sure, but it's also paying attention to everybody else in your community and working with them. Yeah.
So I think also we concentrate on ourselves so we can be better with everyone in the community. And I think that goes with everything in life. You concentrate on yourself so you can be a better community member to all of your friends.
t-shirt, by the way. Go ahead, yeah. The drums, yeah. He's really good at drumming.
He's good at
really
drumming,
is.
right?
He really is. Yeah. Go ahead. You play. That's awesome. That's great. Got you. Amazing.
Ms. Nettles has one more question. She'll be our last question.
Go ahead.
So my last question for you, what is your goal after graduation to do with your talent?
Yeah, so thank you for asking that question. So there's I think the four of us here in the front are graduating from college this year.
Woo! Round of applause. Congratulations.
Maybe we could just go down the line. So I am, after college, I moved to go to grad school to learn how to do this better. And so actually next week, I will be auditioning at 2 schools in New York, the Juilliard School and the Manhattan School of Music. Thank you.
Good luck. Good luck.
So I'm actually going to grad school for film scoring. So I want to write music for movies during the day and play jazz at night and also teach. So that's my career.
Well, I still have 1 more year of college, so I have some time. But I plan to keep playing the trumpet and perform for a while longer.
I also plan to go to grad school. At school right now, I play the trombone, and I'm also a writer, composer, and arranger. So that last tune you just played, that was a Sonny Rollins composition that I arranged for the group. So the programs I'm looking at are more along the writing side. But just like Anya, I'm going to be in New York this coming weekend, auditioning for Manhattan School of Music. And I've been around. I was in Boston. I'm going to go to Texas. I was in Florida. I've been running around to various different places, interviewing and auditioning. It's all very exciting. So the master's program, it lets you, learn how to do this better and also learn how to, that's when you start learning how to give back and teach others how to, play or write or sing or whatever it is that you do. And that teaching element is important to me, to keep the tradition moving forward, always have, great young musicians coming up, like yourselves.
Thank you guys for exemplifying being real for our students. I don't like this mic. Can I see my mic? Hello, hello. All right, this is better. Even though I do have a big mouth, this is better. All right, GJW, let's give a round of applause for Ms. Bolton and her committee and all of our performers and guests today. We are so thankful that you gave us your time today.